Ladies and gentlemen, our guest speaker today is a distinguished public servant with decades of dedicated service in public safety. A graduate of the Philippine National Police Academy, he joined the Bureau of Fire Protection in 2003. Throughout his career, he has held key leadership positions including District Fire Marshal of Cagayan de Oro, Provincial Fire Marshal of Misamis Oriental, Chief of the Special Rescue Force for Region 10, and Provincial Fire Director for Iloilo City. He currently serves as the Chief of the Operations Division at BFP Regional Office 10. Academically, he holds a Bachelor of Science in Criminology from Misamis University and a Master's in Business Administration from the International Academy of Management and Economics. Beyond his professional accomplishments, he is a proud son of Benjamin and Corazon Rehencia, a devoted and loving father to his two children, Carl Anthony and Eliza Kay. His distinguished career, remarkable leadership, and unwavering dedication to public safety makes him an exceptional resource person for today's event. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with great honor and privilege that I present our distinguished speaker for today, the Chief Operations Division of the Bureau of Fire Protection, Regional Office 10, Fire Superintendent Christopher Gomera Rehencia, sir.
Daghang salamat sa atong master ceremony. Una sa tanan, mungutana ko kay Grace, nakuyawan ka kay niya Grace, no? Kaya napansin ako, sir, nga wala magudang iyang panunumpa. So, wala ang tuo siguro niya. Supposed to be, kanan ang, kaliwa ang dapat hawak. Pero I think, nakuyawan si Grace. To our Regional Director, Vice Senior Superintendent Richard Velasco Arbutante, sir. Our Assistant Regional Director for Operations, Senior Superintendent Rex Liborn Sarbanya, sir. Our Regional Chief of Staff, Senior Superintendent Gregorio S. El Bambo, sir. Fellow Commission Officers and Non-Commission Officers, Civilian Personnel, and fellow public servants, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Every Monday, we gathered under the same flag when we stand in the same formation and follow the same ceremony. But each of us comes here carrying different responsibilities, concerns, and sometimes burdens that others cannot see. This morning, allow me to share a simple story. Ang pamagat ng kwento ay nawawalang liham, or in English, the lost letter. Medyo old-fashioned na ang pagsusulat ng liham sa panahon ngayon. Mas mabilis ang text, chat, at email. But perhaps that is what makes a letter special. Someone takes time to sit down, choose every word, and mean every sentence. May isang lalaki na matagal nang gustong makipag-ugnayan sa isang kaibigan. One evening, he finally sat down and wrote a letter. Sinulat niya ang lahat ng matagal niyang gustong sabihin. Humingi siya ng tawad para sa kanyang mga pagkukulang sa mga panahong hindi siya nakipag-ugnayan. Ibinahagi niya ang mga natutuhan niya sa buhay. Sinabi niyang hindi siya nakalimutan ang kanyang kaibigan at palagi niya itong naiisip. He placed the letter inside the envelope, sealed it carefully, wrote the address, and brought it to the post office. But there was a small mistake. Isang numero ang mali, isang litra ang nailagay sa maling bahagi ng address. Because of that, one small error, the letter never reached the friend for whom it was intended. Sa halip, dumating ito sa bahay ng isang estranghero. Sa pag-akalang para sa kanya, ang liham, binuksan niya ito. Ngunit habang binabasa niya, napagtanto niyang hindi pala ito para sa kanya. Still, he continued reading. At habang binabasa niya ang bawat salita, hindi niya napigilang umiyak. Dumaraan siya noon sa napakabigat na panahon. Pakiramdam niya ay nag-iisa siya. Pakiramdam niya ay walang nakakapansin sa kanyang pinagdaraanan. Nagtatanong siya kung may nagmamalasakit pa ba sa kanya at kung mahalaga pa ba siya at kahit sino, sa kahit sino. This letter arrived. A letter filled with forgiveness, encouragement, hope, at the exact words he needed to hear. Hindi niya kilala ang nagpadala. Alam niyang hindi para sa kanya ang liham, ngunit itinago niya ito. Whenever life became difficult, he read it again. Hindi man ito nalulutas ang lahat ng kanyang problema. Binigyan siya ng liham, ng lakas at dahilan upang magpatuloy. Years passed. Sa tulong ng pangalan at return address na nakasulat sa subri, nahanap niya kalaunan ang taong nagpadala ng liham. When they finally meet, the stranger told him, "Your letter did not reach the person you intended, but it reached me when I needed it most." At doon naunawaan ng nagpadala ang isang mahalagang bagay. The letter may not have fulfilled his original plan, but it fulfilled a greater purpose. It reached a person he did not know. It gave hope, someone to never expected to touch. And that is the reason of the lost letter. In life, we make plans because we need a direction. We set goals, follow procedures, and work toward particular result. But not everything will happen exactly as planned. Sometimes a delay is not dead end. Sometimes a wrong turn leads us to something we would not have discovered otherwise. And sometimes what appears to be mistake still produce something valuable. The letter did not reach its intended destination based on the original plan. It failed. But when look at the result, we see a different story. It reached someone else. It served purpose and created impact that the sender could never have planned or measured. This does not mean that mistakes no longer matter. We must still be careful, responsible, and accountable for what we do. But when something does not go according to plan, we should not immediately assume that all effort has been wasted. Instead, we can ask, but we can learn from this. What opportunity is now in front of us and how we can make the best use of where we are. A wrong address does not always mean wasted message. In the same way, unexpected assignment, a delayed plan, a changed direction, or even setback may still lead to a useful outcome. We may not always control where every effort leads, but we can control the quality of what we put into it. We can do our work with discipline, we can make decisions with integrity, we can remain alert to opportunities that we are not part of the original plan, and we can adjust when the circumstances required us to take a different route. As we begin another week, may we continue to plan carefully and perform our duties well. But when life changes the address, may we also have the wisdom to recognize that the purpose may still remain. Sometimes success is not only reaching the destination we intended, Sometimes it is discovering that our effort became useful in a place we never expected to reach. Good morning, and may we have all safe, productive, and purposeful week ahead. Maayong buntag sa tanan.
Thank you for that inspiring message, sir. At this juncture, may we call in our Acting Regional Director, Fire Senior Superintendent Richard V. Arbotante, sir, to give the medalya ng papuri to our speaker, to be assisted by our Assistant Regional Director for Operations, Fire Senior Superintendent Rex Robert L. Salvania, sir. Citation reads, this medalya ng papuri is hereby conferred to Fire Superintendent Christopher G. Rehencia, Chief Operations Division Regional Office 10, BFP Regional Office 10, for his insightful contribution and commendable performance as the troop information and educational speaker during the Monday flag raising ceremony held on July 27, 2026 at the BFP Regional Office 10. Given this 27th day of July 2026, at this Office of the Regional Director, BFP 10, Gumamela Extension, Carmen Cagayan de Oro City. Signed by Richard V. Arbotante, Fire Senior Superintendent, BFP Acting Regional Director.